So the next section, which is going to look just like this over here, we have a heading and then also some text over here and then kind of a filter. It can link up to blog posts or images or whatever page you want on the internet. And then we have also an image carousel down below here. You can click an image and it opens up in the light box and then you are good to go. So to do something like that, we are going to come back here to our Elementor editor. We're going to add a new section. Then we'll as well add an inner section. To that section, we're going to give this section a minimum height, and that minimum height is going to be 90 of the viewport height, so 90. Then we're going to give it a background image, because when you look over here, this over here has a fixed background image. So we're going to come back here to the editor, select our background image, which is this over here, insert it, and then we are going to make it to cover, and the attachment is fixed so that when someone scrolls, the image remains fixed. As well, I'm going to add a background overlay color so that when we have our text over here, it will be easily readable. So background overlay is going to be our off-white, which is this. Next, what I'm going to do is come back here, add our heading, which is going to be the tours heading. And this under text color, we are going to give it our off-white, and the blending mode is going to be overlay. And then we'll increase the font size to 168. We'll make it to be 600 for the font weight, and the transformation is uppercase, something like this. In fact, the text color for this text over here is supposed to be gray, not actually the off-white, so that we have this kind of effect when we scroll up and down over the image. Alright, so now let's add our other text. We're going to grab our text editor widget, paste it over there, paste our content. Now, how do we make sure that this content over here is going to come and fit just here? We're going to first of all select the first widget, come to advanced, positioning, width, we're going to make it to be inline auto. Then come to the next widget and we come to advanced, positioning, we are going to set that as well to custom. So I'm going to first of all increase on the width of our column. Then the custom width of this widget is going to be around 300. So 380 or whatever you want. So let me just make it 340. Then for this heading, we're going to give it some padding. So I'll come back here to advanced, I'll unlink. And on the right, we're going to give it a padding of, let me say, a 10. So we'll give our inner section a padding at the bottom of 50. And we make sure that everything in that inner section is actually vertically aligned to the middle. We will add our other widget, this other side, which is an icon list. And this includes a number of towns where you have been or wherever you have had your travels to. So in my case, it's Fort Portal, Windy, Ginger, Wampala, then all. You can rearrange them the way you want after adding them, and then we want them to actually be inline, and we want to apply links to inline on each individual one. Under style, we are going to use a divider. By enabling the divider over here, we can make changes to the styling of that specific divider. So in this case, we're going to leave it in orange color, and then we increase a little bit on our weight, so to be like a 2, and then it's going to have our orange color. Then I'm going to come back into the content. I'm going to remove all the icons. We don't need them. can duplicate this and then add another option called all. Okay, so under styling, I want to make sure that actually the text is in our text color, and it's supposed to actually be in uppercase as well. I'm going to make sure that I align everything in here to the right hand side. Alright, so far so good. Now we can add our image carousel. So by coming over here, we look up for the image carousel, which is this, and it's going to be just down below under outside the inner section. And we're going to add all our images. I'll upload images over here. Alright, so I'll just simply say create a new gallery. I can decide to actually add a caption for each and every image, but in this case, let me first add the alt text. So go over here. So I'll insert my images into my carousel. Then I'm going to come over here, change the image size, and it's going to be medium large. Then slides to show are going to be 3. So over here, I'm going to actually choose arrows only, and we are linking to the media file. The media file is when I click on the image, actually it will open up in the lightbox, and that's why when I select media file, automatically I get the lightbox option, and I'll use the default settings, which is just to enable the lightbox, and the caption I'll use the title of the image, which is down below here. So I'm going to come over here and say pause on interaction, yes, and then I'm going to say the autoplay speed is going to be 1000, and it's going to be looped, and the animation speed will remain at 500, and they'll navigate to the left, not the right hand side. So that's under the additional options. Now I'm going to head over here to the styling, and the position of the arrows are supposed to be outside, not inside, to look just like this. And I can increase a little bit on the size of those arrows. Let me make it just 30. When you look over here, our arrows are in our orange color. So I'll come back here, change our arrows color to our orange color. We're going to vertically align our images to the center, and spacing, we're going to add some custom spacing, and it will be 30 pixels. Actually, let me make it 35. And then for the border type, we will leave it none, and then we add a border radius to the images so that they have a rounded border, just like this over here. For the caption, let me just come over here, select the text color, going to be black, typography. We can leave it to be in primary. And that's how it looks like currently. Now we need to add some padding to our section. So I'm going to select the whole section, go to advanced, then top and bottom padding. I'm going to add 80 pixels, and at the bottom I'll add 80 pixels. Right, so now let's do some the last fixes on our heading. I'll give it 60 pixels here at the top, just simply to align it well with this other text. And on the right hand side, I'm going to make it 20, so we have more space between the heading and the text over right here. Okay, looks like it has built up well. When I hover, it stops. When I go away, it continues. When I click on any of the images, they open up in the lightbox, and I can still navigate through those images. Okay, looks nice and neat. I'll simply now update. After updating, let's look at the preview. Our towards hero showing up over there with our static or fixed image, filter over right here, but it links to individual blog posts or pages on the internet, just like you would choose. Now let's go and create another section. We will have to create this next section, but for now I'm going to skip it, and we first create this other section, and later on I'm going to come back and we will create this section over here. So see you in the next section.